Important topics of chemical reactions and equations are corrosion and rancidity. First we go with an corrosion. For definition for corrosion is when a metal is attacked by a substances, for example air, moisture, acid, etc. They are said to be corrode, and the process we call it as an corrosion. Example for this corrosion are rusting of iron, black coating on silver, green coating on copper. These are all the examples of corrosion. Not only iron rusting is an example of corrosion, even coating of silver, green coating on copper, these are also examples for corrosion. So once again, the definition for corrosion is when a metal is attacked by a substances like acid, air, then moisture, etc. said to be corrode, and the process we call it as an corrosion. Then rancidity, when oil and fat substances only, oil and fat substances, when they are oxidized, they are changing their smell and taste. It is said to be rancidity. So how can we prevent rancidity? So we can prevent rancidity by using antioxidants. Otherwise, oil and fat substances are covered with a closed container or keep it in a refrigerator. We can avoid the rancidity. Then another important topic is exothermic and endothermic reactions. Simple definitions for exothermic: when energy is released is called exothermic. That means during a reaction, when energy is released, those we consider as an exothermic. During the reaction, when energy is absorbed, those are called endothermic reaction. And very important topic, it can be asked for 2 marks in exam, that is balancing equation. Now I take an example of 2 equations here. We just balance these equations. HNO3, that is nitric acid, when it reacts with calcium hydroxide, it forms calcium nitrate, then water. Balancing equation means according to law of conservation of mass, the number of atoms on the left hand side which can be equal to the number of atoms on the right hand side. That means on both reactant side and the product side, the number of atoms will be equal. So first you can count the number of atoms on both the sides. For example, here only one H is there, here 2, so you can write 2 here. Even in left hand side with 2H, another H2 is also there. So here only H2 is there. Then you can write 2 here. Now it is 4. On left hand side 2 plus 2 is 4. And then right hand side also 2 plus 2 is 4. Now NO3. So these 2 is applicable to this nitrogen and also oxygen. Here O3 is there. So like this, if it is like this, O3, this is multiplied with an 2. That means 3 2s are 6. See here in right hand side also 3 2s are 6 is there. And whole 2 means it can be applicable to both nitrogen and also oxygen. So nitrogen is 2 and oxygen is 3 2s are 6. So we are writing 2 here. So now nitrate is also balanced. Then calcium, Ca, on both the side only one atom of calcium is there. Then O2, here O2 is there. Then H2, then H2, 2 2s are 4. So the equation is balanced. And another equation, aluminium, when it reacts with an oxygen, it forms an aluminium oxide. Aluminium, when it reacts with oxygen, it forms an aluminium oxide. See here first Al2 is there. If you write 2 here, 2Al is there. O2 is here, but in right hand side 3 is there. So what we do? So first write 2 here. Here now 3 2s are 6. Oxygen is 6. Then write 3 in left hand side also. 3 2s are 6. But now you can count the aluminium. 2 2s are 4. So in left hand side you can remove this 2 and write it as 4. So already know that balancing equation how can be done with an trial and error method only. So these are the examples for balancing an equations.